Hello and welcome to the 23rd tutorial on how to program in Gscript2. So I can't actually enter my server anymore because I'm not sure why. Probably because maybe the subscription ended. Well, I just can't enter it anymore. It's not there. It's gone. And that's not a good thing because I can't program in Gscript2 unless I go to another server. And all the things on that server are gone. Well, I kind of got rid of a lot of things when I started this series, but all of it's always backed on my computer anyway. But all the things that I made during the tutorials was is now gone. But I think that's the problem with Gscript2, is that you're kind of forced to have a server or get hired on a server to program it, and you can't there's no level editor like there is for Gscript1. I don't like that. I wish Stefan or whoever does all that would make a level editor for Gscript2, but I don't think it's going to happen. So it's not a good thing because, for one, to learn Gscript2 you're going to need to join a server or buy a server because you need to practice to learn it, and no one's going to hire you unless you know it. Is that right? So unless you join some very new server that's desperate for everyone to come, I don't think it's possible to really learn it unless you buy it. And I don't want to pay that much money to have a server again. So yeah, I'm gonna make this tutorial in the Gscript1 level editor, and I won't be able to run it, but I'm gonna explain through it and hopefully you understand it. Okay, so this is in a level NPC in a level. Now at the top I have function onCreated, and I put the set shape. This is needed in an NPC if you want to use trigger action on the NPC. This is not needed for weapons. Trigger action is a new command I'm going to teach you now. Just ignore this part right now. Okay, so under client side I have a function on was hit, or if I slash the NPC, then whatever is in these brackets will run. Okay, so trigger action. Trigger action is a command that allows variables or something on client side to be sent over to server side. And this is very useful. You can also send over variables and all that. You probably won't understand the usefulness of it in this tutorial since I won't be able to show it, but I'll try to explain. Now, trigger action is for NPCs. Trigger, well, I guess can also be used in weapons, but trigger server is a different command, and it is used in weapons. If you want to look that up on the Growl wiki, or actually that's the best place to look it up, then I would do that if you want to learn it, because it's very useful. But I'm going to use trigger action, which is pretty much the same thing as trigger server, and it does the same thing. Okay, so in the first two variables I specify the position. It doesn't really matter since we're just going to be sending over nothing. We're just going to have it go to this line, to this function, and run it. We don't really want to send anything over. If we want to send something over, we have to put it after the name. The name is important, kind of. On the function that you want to send it to, you have to have onAction set level, which I have here. This is called set level, and this function is called set level. So anyway, the fourth parameter here is what gets sent over to this function right here, which you can stop ignoring. Now, if we put something like temp.high, we would have to have it here, temp.high equals 5. If we want to send that over, we can just put any variable name here, var, and then it's here, just like sending over variables to any other function. Okay, but I'm going to put null, which is the same thing as putting nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to go to this function here. After this is ran, or whatever, it goes to this function, and it runs what's in these parentheses. You can put anything there. You can put player.chat equals whatever. But it's gonna be on server side, and everybody on the server is gonna see it, or at least that's around the player, so they can see it. Okay, and this is the second part of the tutorial I'm gonna teach. This is a special for loop. Actually, I'm gonna write it out again. For temp.pl, or whatever variable we want, var 7, let's just put pl. Then we put a colon, the two dots, and we put an array. Let's put all players. All players is a special type of array that holds all the players on the server, and I'll show you what that will do in a second. You don't have to have these after it. It's possible, but we don't need that. Let's put some brackets. Now, so what this is going to do is it's going to loop through all of the players on the server, and nothing's going to happen. It's going to quit the for loop and then continue on into nothingness. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put pl, which is the variable here, then put dot chat is equal to hello. Okay, this is maybe a bit confusing to understand. So what this is doing is it's looping through all the players on the server and specifying them with this temp dot variable. Now, when it finds a player on the server, which is going to be pretty much every person here, it's gonna run this command. It's gonna run the command for everyone, and it's making everybody on the server say hello. And we're doing this by putting pl, which is here, and is a variable for the player, the specific player, dot chat is equal to hello. You may not understand this, but if you try it, you'll get it. So it's making everybody on the server say hello, including you. We can also put this: if player dot nick is equal to killer, it's a manly name, then pl.chat is equal to hello. So it's going to loop through everybody on the server, and if it finds someone, oh, I don't want to put player, I want to put pl. I'm sorry. And if it finds someone there whose name is killer, it's going to make them say hello. We can also do this: pl dot dir is equal to 1. This will make everybody on the server face to the left. We can put anything we want. We can make it so everybody warps to a level on the server. We can make it so that, yeah, we can do a lot of things, and we don't have to just put on all players. We can put some other stuff. Anyway, that concludes this tutorial, which may be the final tutorial I'm ever going to make on Gscript2. And I hope you understand those two things: trigger action and these special for loops, and how to loop through everybody on the server. And you can also do trigger server, which is for like weapons, but you can go to the Graal wiki and look at that, because I can't show you anymore because my server is not up anymore and I don't want to pay for it. So bye, and I hope I taught you a lot about Gscript2, and you can use it because it's a really fun language. I just wish it was a bit more accessible to new people and people who want it for free.